Hey traders, just wanted to take a look at a few stocks real quick, in particular Scorpio tankers. It's something that a few other traders on Twitter brought to my attention a while ago. Twitter handle, it takes two to contango, and this is one I've been watching for a long time and charting for a long time, and it's approaching our price targets. I figured I'd go live just to take a look at this. It's a 4-hour chart. Let's go to a 10-minute chart. I've tweeted so much about this, and it's pretty interesting to see the path that this stock has taken and how it is following technical analysis, the technical analysis and the charting, pretty well, I'd say. Overall, there's definitely some bumps in the road there, but as long as we talked about knowing when you were wrong and knowing when to get out. There's a lot of people that are long this stock, that are true to this stock, which is great. Obviously, they know a lot more about the fundamentals than I do. I just look at the chart. Doesn't matter what the ticker is to me. Although it's good to know that there's a good following for a stock, or I like to look at the short ratio for the stock, and I haven't looked at that for a while for this one. I am curious where it's at right now. But look how close we are to our target, and I like that it's moving up slowly. Let's look at a 10-minute chart. It doesn't mean that at 1880 everything's going to fall apart. It's just kind of my target of, that was the target we talked about a long time ago. Let me see if I can pull up my Twitter feed. Let's see. That might be it. Let's go to Twitter. And this is live, so sorry if I, let's see, I just searched for this too. Oops. Let's see, we just did, there it is. I mean, there's a lot of information that I put out there on this. I made a YouTube video for it too. And this has always been the target, is about 1880. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to go, here we go, to go live. This is from January 9th, watching these levels, all resistance challenges. Let's go to latest. Let's go way further back, just to see. Even last year. I don't know what these other weird tweets are. Okay, took a stroll down the 20 moving average. That was not that. Okay, January. Anyway, the point is, just watch that level. It's very, here we go. Back in January again. 18 plus is what we've been waiting for. When will it test 1880? It kept pulling back, but it was always healthy pullbacks along the way. So, I guess that whole sector is probably going to start coming back. I haven't really looked at the other stocks. I know it was getting destroyed for a while there, and it was really hard on a lot of people who believe in that sector, and again, know a lot more about the fundamentals than I do. Let's go back to the chart, see how it's doing. You can check if you're curious about the history on Twitter and other YouTube videos. I've talked about this. I need to start charting again now hopefully for higher prices. Let's see what it's going to do if it breaks, 1850, 1880 somewhere. 18 was like the first target really, and then 1880 was the number that we were trying to reach. If you take a step back on the chart here, 6 month, you can see I've had that line there pretty long time, and I think I forgot what it even coincides with chart wise, but we can go back and look. It's probably a long time ago. There was some resistance there, where it's an area that it broke out up here, you can see, and then broke down below that area. That's just how I see the charts. When you've looked at enough charts and you looked enough candles, that's how I learned to chart. There's magnetic numbers and important numbers, and getting above that number is going to be important for us. It looks like, just at a glance here, what's this? The high of this number here, this candle on this day would here is 1991. So 20 is another area we're going to start to look for next if we start to break. If we hold above 1880 or somewhere in that range, it doesn't have to be exactly 1880. The high of this candle here is 1850, 1849. So even 1850, a close of 1850 today would be phenomenal, for the bulls. I like to look at longer term charts for this one too, because this wasn't like a day trade analysis. This was more of a long term analysis. Let's see, here's a monthly chart, and let's see if I can get closer. You can see here's the 20-month moving average, this blue line. The 20-month moving average is 1947. So imagine if we close this month above that, that would be incredibly bullish too. Here's our candle we're challenging here, where the high is 1904, another important number then. Then you have the 50 period monthly moving average, the 50-month moving average right here. That's another thing that we need to have awareness. It looks like I need to fix maybe my Fibonacci. I don't know what my Fibonacci. These are Fibonacci retracements here. It looks like I chose 67 as the top and 828 as the bottom. And let's do a weekly. That's always good to look at. You can see again we're approaching our 1880 on the weekly. We have our 200-week moving average right here, and it's starting to curve up a little bit. That's a good sign. We had been looking at getting above the 50, and the 20 was important. If you look back at some of the other videos and tweets, and you can see what's happened since then. We had a little fake out here, a little retest down here, a little scary candle, but as long as we held above this line, which is very important from a long-term perspective, to hold above that 50-week moving average is definitely important. And you can see what happened here. If we take a broader look what happened when we gapped below it. We never got back above it until recently. So I find that interesting. That's our breakdown area right here too. And we even broke out above it, and we tested it, and then zoom back up here. I'm sure there's some resistance from a former breakout that we could look back on to see why it held up right there too. Although that might have also been due part to coronavirus. So let's see. Look at that, 1845. It's just climbing slowly. Very interesting. So I hope this is helpful. And whoops, what am I looking at here? Hold on. Make sure I have the right view for you guys. Whoops. It looks like I gotta fix my screen here. But anyway, hope this has been helpful for you guys. I hope I actually was live, because I didn't test it to see if I was. And I'm going to come back later because I think the market, I haven't been paying attention to the market. I think the market's coming back big time right now. That's one thing that I've been waiting for. Yep. By the way, SPY 390, if we can hold 390, 390, 50, somewhere in that area, man, we could see a really, really nice rally later today. That's all, and thanks for watching, and remember, don't let the trade control you.